find also that them other people never touched before. I'm not nervous. Maybe I am, and I'm just masking it as something else. I don't know. This is starting to feel like way more than what I bargained for. Oh, you know what? How else he showed up? You're on the right track, and immediately I like cast down those thoughts. I officially have 10 full days left in my home. Woo! This is interesting. I don't think I'm nervous, but I'm probably a little nervous and just masking it as something else. I don't know. Everything I have has a place to go into, whether it's a tote or a box. I want to get one more small box for, excuse me, small things in the kitchen that I didn't think I was going to take, but now I'm going to take, like spices, because I mean, there's not many of them. And then I also have some that are practically brand new still, and spices can add up, so I'm just going to take them, and I think that's about it. I can't remember. I think a picture that my grandmother gave me. I'm pretty much still like selling the bulk of it. So as far as selling things goes, I have a couple people who have designated items that they are gonna buy, like my outdoor table and chair set with the umbrella. My front room is practically also, the front room is also other things I need to either list on Facebook Marketplace or have the garage sale. But here's the thing about the garage sale. I don't want to live in a completely empty home and just walk around like echo, 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 echo in here, because it's a pretty huge home. So there's that. But then I still rent my home out. So it's been going strong like 2 consecutive weekends. It's Monday. I'm praying that I get it again this weekend. This will be the very last weekend, right? Because technically this is the last weekend I have to be in my home, because the closing date is on a Friday. But if I get another guest this weekend, that means when they exit on Monday, because Monday is Sunday, because Sunday is the last day I have my schedule open to book. Checkout is at 11. They will have to check out at 11. I'm going to need to prepare as much as I can beforehand. Get some help. I need to figure out some help. A couple people told me to let them know when they can help me, so I'm gonna actually listen and do that. But they exit at 11. Let's say 11. I always give the door until like 11:10, just in case they leave something, need to come back. I'll put out signs for garage sale / moving sale, and maybe I'll do like 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. for people to come. And then at that point, I'm going to need to bring down 3 of the desks to leave outside, and then literally every picture that's on the wall, take it down so I can list it, and then have my garage already organized with things that I already want to sell, which I do. I have some things tagged, like vases, smaller planting pots. I don't have those labeled yet. Like my garage, like tools like a shovel, rake, brooms. I should probably tag those today or tomorrow at some point this week, just to make it all new. So I didn't realize I had a 6-foot table, the folding table at my grandmother's house. She told me I had. I don't even know if it's mine or if it's my mom's. I'm gonna ask my mom. I'm pretty sure I gave my mom one, so it might be mine. Usually I know exactly what I own and what I don't own, but for whatever reason this table is making me a little foggy. But I did buy a follow-up table last week. It's all black, 6 foot, and I love it, so that I can take it with me, so that when I go down there and then I table for Unsponsored, like I have a table already. I already have tablecloths and tablecloths, like the holder in place, the holders and things. So I am excited about that. However, that garage sale is gonna have to that garage sale is gonna have to go super, super quick and efficient and effective to make sure I can maximize my dollar amount that I receive from the home. Everything on the back porch is accounted for too. I think if that becomes a thing, I will take pictures of what else I have in the home. I already taken pictures of them. I will print them out with the description and have them on tables with the pricing, so people can pick if they want it or not, or if they want to see it. That way I just don't have like everybody and mama up in my house at once. Like, this is not what that is for. And maybe I'll also list things closer to the weekend on Facebook Marketplace, like the two benches, the tall benches that go against the kitchen island. I've also had this headache since yesterday, a dull roaring headache that I'm praying against. That's fighting me. I have not been sleeping as much as I need to, but that's not because I can't sleep. It's because I'm not going to sleep on time and waking up early. So I'm committing to myself that I am going to be in bed by 10 p.m. every night. Hopefully sleep by 10:15, so that I can start to get rest leading up to everything that's to come. That way I have a clear mind. I'm rested so I can move things. I have a bunch of totes. Some totes are a little heavy. Some totes aren't as heavy, but I can think clearly. I'm not forgetting things. I'm not a forgetful person, but there's just a lot of moving parts going on right now, and this is a huge life change. I've never relocated like this. I've gone away to college, but I mean, it was an hour and a half away, and I could come home anytime. I guess I can come home anytime now too, but I'm an adult, and it's just a major transition. A great thing I did learn is that the place that I'm looking to stay at, I can submit an application and they'll hold the apartment for 4 months. I never knew that was a thing. I guess I've also never applied for an apartment either. I've always just lived in a house, except for when I was like a baby. So I've been blessed to do that. So that's going to be on my list of things to do. Apartment application. I need to go and change my name on another bank account. And then I also need to finish cleaning the house. So the house is relatively clean from the other person. The downstairs is fine. I just need to change the bedding upstairs and wipe down the desk. That way when people need to come in and roll, all I have to do is clean my bathroom out, clean my room out, change the bedding out, because I don't use the same bedding as my guest, nor do I use the same towels as my guest. All will be fair, and I can just... I'm praying that they stay longer than a weekend. I mean, Lord, if they can come like a Wednesday through Sunday, I would love that. I mean, even if it's Tuesday through Sunday, I'll get everything together today. That would be a pretty penny. Oh, I also got 2 more 5-star reviews from my guests this past weekend, and I am still a super host, and I now have 20 reviews. I can't remember how many stays I have, but it's just a testament again of how good God is and how he answers prayers and grants you the desires of your heart. When I was, years ago when I was married, so I always wanted to do Airbnb, but I didn't know how. I was just so bogged down into like life and business and how to make everybody else's life easier that I honestly didn't have enough time, or I didn't feel like I had enough time to fit in what I wanted to do or my needs to be able to provide for myself and my family at the time. But it's a blessing in how it happened, because when they left, everything was just left to me because they had no attachment to it or no responsibility to it. So I went around the house. This is going to be a later series. I don't know if I'll post this part or not, but I went around the house. I made repairs. I painted every room. I'd already started painting some of the rooms in the home, and then a lot of rooms were empty of furniture. So I brought furniture. I put things on the wall. I just made it like a super nice retreat. I stayed in the Airbnb prior to, and I kind of mocked what she did as far as her welcome manual and book and her flow of things. And I thought about how it would make my life more simple, how it would make my life more simple, as well as my guests, to just make sure things are just cut and dry. And it worked out. It worked out. My first big guest was a PGA tournament. No. My first guest was college graduation, and then the second was a PGA tournament. But I really wanted to make sure it was right for a PGA coming, because I could get top dollar, and they actually paid top dollar to be in my home, and I got great reviews from both of them. So, I mean, God has blessed me. One of the most rewarding things, well, not one of them, well, yeah, one of the most rewarding things about it is when they open a door and you can be like, oh, you can hear, oh, through the doorbell when you like make sure that people got in and it wasn't like 1,000,001 people other than what was on the reservation. And then also outdoors when they view the back deck and how they like kind of fall in love with their home. I always want to make sure people feel like they're getting their money's worth when they're spending money with me, and that I would spend money on it. So the fact that they appreciate how much work and effort I put into it meant the world for me. And also the money to pay the bills was great too. But obviously, before I pay my bills, I always pay my tithes. Anytime I feel like I'm in a jam and I consider not paying my tithes, I always pay my tithes. And then it always seems like my money just stretches like for longer periods of time. And I know tithing is one of the areas where God says like you can test them in it, but I also always want to make sure my heart is in the right posture, and I want to bring my tithes to him, not give it to him. I want to bring it to him with a cheerful heart and bringing them to a place that is good, fruitful ground. You shouldn't just tithe anywhere. And he has blessed me with that. Like, he's blessed me to have the payment. So just give him just the 10% minimum, like, is nothing. My pastor tithes off of his increase, so I try to mimic and do the same. So even if I'm gifted money, I tithe off the money I've gifted, as well as what I make in my businesses. So God is like really good. He's such a blessing. He literally has made sure that I lack nothing and provides everything I need. Anytime I feel like I'm running into a jam, like, he's the problem solver. He like takes care of it. So this is why in this process I'm learning to, I'm not learning it. I'm actively practicing to continue to not lean on my own understanding and walk by faith. Because this is a faith walk. I'm very much, I want to know everything. I want to have everything planned out so that if something goes wrong, I know I've done everything possible. I've done my part to avoid this, and now I can like receive this with grace and like have a clear mind of how to come to a solution. Right now, like, I have solution, but I'm basically just not acting as quickly as I would have if I'm doing it on my own. But in the past week, I could say a couple days, God has definitely shown up and given me signs. Whether it's my car breaking down, not going in drive, like, I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I have to get a tow, then I'm gonna have to Uber home, to letting the car sit for a minute, being able to drive and not get a tow, being able to drop it off at the dealership a day early or service station a day early, to they wouldn't have a loaner. They told me they wouldn't have a loaner for at least a day or so. Maybe 2 hours prior, I was able to get a loaner. I spent zero money that day. They brought my car in the same day to start the repair. And then also when I picked it up the next morning, it was a courtesy repair. I paid nothing for the repair. But all the while, God has still provided for me so that if I had to pay, I was okay and I had the money to pay. Like, he literally made a way. Twice I was driving thinking about the move and things I would have to do. And I saw a sign each time of, you're on the right track. And immediately I like cast down those thoughts, which I probably should have already done. Forgive me, Lord. Even down to, I have this giraffe picture. It's a light blue background and it's a giraffe. It has like straw hanging out his mouth. It's really, 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 really cute. And I got it from my mother, my senior year of high school, when I was moving to the dorm. But I've never put it up on a wall. I just never did like decor around it, but I still have it and I want to take it with me. And I was researching boxes for picture boxes. I found a picture box and it fits perfectly. And 2 other canvases that I I painted on, and another canvas that I'm gonna do a paint by numbers on is gonna be able to fit in the same box, and I can bring it with me to my next location. And I'm excited. Honestly, I think I'm gonna keep the picture for either office or when I have children, and it'll just always be something. Like, that picture has to stay in my family forever. I love giraffes, and it's really thoughtful. It's really thoughtful. My mom does give me thoughtful gifts, and I appreciate her for that. I also still have almost every greeting card she's ever given me, whether it's birthday, Christmas, Ooh, Halloween. I don't celebrate that anymore, but she used to send me Halloween cards. Valentine's Day. I think I got a few Easter cards. So those are pretty cool. I have them kind of grouped and organized, and I'm gonna put them on those the silver rings. Maybe not, because I don't want to ruin them. Some of those are really nice cards. But yeah, went off on a tangent. Another way God has shown up for me is just in the bookings. People booking the house, not walking into a disaster when I have to clean the house. Things are relatively well put together. Literally a breeze. I've had worse. Peace of mind, still being settled. So even when my car was acting the way it was acting, even when I was trying to figure out other things, even though I have a million and one thoughts in my mind, like I still have his peace. I still feel settled, which I appreciate. I also found boxes that are heavy duty boxes that can carry a lot. I figured out a way to pack the things that I want to pack and to make it make sense. And I'm getting ready to actually go do a dry fit in my trunk of my suitcases to see how I want to fit my suitcases, because it's going to be my suitcases as well as my book bag. But my trunk has like a bottom part of it where I could probably fit my book bag and other things. And then I also want to, what else do I want to do? Oh, I'm also going to have like a cooler of some sort in the car with me. The back seat can fit like an extra duffel bag, but the majority of the seat is taken up by the dog crate. They are in their travel crate. They are in their travel crate when we travel. They're quiet. They can touch one another. They can look out the window. They can still see me, but they're not walking all across the back seat or trying to get over the dog barrier to get closer to me, or tangling themselves in a dog seatbelt and almost choking to death. Like it. Or even rolling down the windows. Like, it's too much. I put on window child lock now. Well, when they were out, I would put it on. But the crate is just so much easier. It's like so much more stress-free for everybody. And they have their cushion at the bottom of it. They have their comfort blanket. Like, it just works. It works. They can still get air and AC through to them. That's how we have to travel. That's why we must travel. It works great for this long-distance travel, too. So yeah, God has been showing up. He's been answering my prayers. Oh, another prayer that he answered. I like to use, well, when I moved into this house, I figured I want to use cleaning products, right? So I found Method. I like them. I've been using Method for years. Purple's my favorite color, so I've been using the purple multi-purpose cleaner. And I didn't even say this out loud. It was not a prayer. It was just a thought. Man, when I move into my next space, I wonder if they have a different scent. Like, I like the purple, but I feel like it's time for a change, time to move on. That way, sometimes scents can remind you of old things. Not that I don't have good memories here. I have good memories here, but I don't always need reminders of them. Like, I literally want to keep going and not look back. Like, if I look back, if a picture comes up, if I'm doing content to put out later, so be it. But I want my everyday routine to just look different, even the things that I have and use. So that's also why I'm selling a bunch of the things. Like, I'll be able to afford to get a new vacuum cleaner, a new mop, like something that is new to this season, and also that some other people never touched before. A new bed, a new this, a new that. Like, it's just time for the new, or that it wasn't in a shared space, shared with Airbnb guests, So I was like, maybe it's like a lemon flavor or something that they may have. Like, I'm not sure, a different color. So it's like, something neutral, but I prefer clean, fresh scents. And I couldn't imagine them having like one of those cotton linen scents for multi-purpose cleaning. There might be one out there, but that's where I like came up on the lemon. Don't you know I went to Target? Excuse me. Don't you know I went to Target later that day, and I was getting the spray away window cleaner or glass cleaner because it's non-streak. I'm passing by and I see Method products. I'm not looking, and I turn to look. Multi-purpose cleaner. They have 3 new flavors. You can't eat it. 3 new scents. One is a lemon. One is a sandalwood, and one is like a rosemary or something. I can't remember. It's 3 of them. I smelled it. I didn't like the lemon flavor. It was just lemon, but scent. I did not like the lemon scent. It was just like a little off-putting, like a after scent that was just like, nah. Then I went between the other 2, and I ended up getting the rosemary sandalwood, I think. I don't know what it is, but you'll see in the video, and I really enjoyed it. So that's another way like God has like shown up for me and answered my prayers. Like he's always in the little things. Even just yesterday, I like the Doritos Blazing Buffalo Ranch, but if I get them, I tend to can eat a bag like consistently throughout a whole day, and I don't need to do that. But yesterday when I was getting a couple other things like paper towels for the house, I saw it and it was like the only bag. They come in like the smaller bags of chips now and not just the big one, and it was the only small bag of chips. So things like that, I was like, oh, it's meant for me. Like that's my treat. So yeah, God has really been showing up for me in this process, and I thank you for it, and I love you for it. Because I am not perfect, but he continues to love me and extend me grace. Yeah, so today I'm going to do a dry fit in my trunk just to see, and then I'll also tell me what things to pack away versus like not pack away. Right now I have like one of my suitcases has most of all of my professional like blazers and dresses and things, and I don't need to take all of that with me initially, but I do need a cross mix of things because it's kind of cold sometimes, like in the morning, or cooler. So I am gonna need some hoodies and stuff with me, some dresses, some this, some that, like a little bit of everything that I want to keep with me, and even just have extra space to not be bursting at the seams in my book bags for toiletry items and hair items if I need to do hair, which I think I'm gonna do a set style, either braids or twists. I'm gonna plan to see which one I should choose. I low-key want to do twists, but not super long, kind of like here, like a bob lane. I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, I am excited for however this works out, because I know it's gonna work out. And I also need to go to the bank. I think I've already said these things and I'm repeating myself, but yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Oh, I definitely need to wash my dogs. Definitely need to do that. So I'm gonna go make all the beds, shoot content for it so I can have content for my Airbnb and teach people that too. I want to give people resources to make money if they have to. They might just rent out their home for a weekend and they're gonna be away. What they can do to like protect themselves. It's super easy. Well, I mean, I don't know. I'll lay it out so it can feel super easy, I guess. Yeah, so I'm excited. Oh, you know what? How else he showed up? I was looking in my pantry to see, again, what I was going to keep, and I decided to keep the spices. And I was like, oh, I got 2 cans of tuna. I was going to make tuna salad for some get-together. I think Memorial's Day, but I just never got to it. I was like, I'm not about to travel with tuna because it's not those cans that you can open. It wasn't a pouch. And I want to sell like the automatic, it's an automatic can opener thingy that I got. And I was like, I want to get something more compact. I'm like, I don't need this. So I was like, what can I make with it? I had tuna casserole at Hillary's house. And I was like, yeah, I haven't made that in a while. So I made it. And when I went to the store, I picked up cream of mushroom and cream of celery to put in it. I've never done cream of anything in something for a recipe. I just would do either Alfredo sauce or make my own. And it turned out really, 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 really good. And I was just so thankful for it. Or just, not only that it turned out really good, like I had everything else I needed. Well, I brought peas at the store. I bought the pasta. But I also I wanted to put breadcrumbs on top, but I didn't have them. But I had Toll House crackers, the buttery ones. So I did that across the top, and I had the cheese, and it was really good and filling. So that's another way. Just simple things. Like the recipe could have been like terrible, downright nasty, and I would have wasted my money, but I didn't. So I thanked him for it. I think I did, but thank you, Lord, for making that work out. So yeah, let's get into the next part of the blog. Okay, it's a little echoey because I'm in the garage and there's not much in here besides a couple things that I'm selling and my car, really. I guess some garages don't have much in it, but anywho, oh, maybe you can see me better here. I don't know. I'm in my garage now and I'm getting ready to do the dry fit to see how my suitcases fit in the trunk. I know I at least need another space for a duffel bag as well as my book bag, carrying all of my camera equipment and then my laptop, things like that, important documents. Yeah, so let's try it out. Ooh. This can go in the front trunk. I'm not gonna sell that. Moving blanket. Excuse me, Jenny. Don't move, don't move, don't move. Okay. Alright. Here's extra shoes. Flip flops. What is this? I guess I should clean out the trunk too while I'm at it. All right. Oh. These are my chairs in case I go somewhere outside. Oh. This can also go in the front trunk. Excuse me, buddy. Pet wipes. This is turning into a clean out the trunk versus what's going into the trunk. Last month I used my plug-in charger instead of my home charger while I was out of town. Okay. This is starting to feel like way more than what I bargained for. I just wanted to dry fit the suitcase. Hey, buddy, leave her alone. No. Okay. Cool. Now we got space. I'm gonna move these chairs. So at the bottom of the Tesla trunk, there is an opening that goes pretty deep. Oh, I ain't seen them flip-flops in that long. Look, another pet bag. Anywho, put the charger port back down here. What is this? Another bungee? I got mad bungees. Okay. Let's start with the largest suitcase first. It's still half full. Let's make it go like that. Let's see. Another small suitcase. You hit the top of the trunk. Or what is that? Oh. Yeah, no. That's not I guess that's how it's going. I either slide it all the way over here or all the way this way for room. I'll have the length of that all the way back there up until about there, buddy. And then a pocket room there, and then whatever's underneath. Okay, not bad. Let's get a picture so I'll know what I'm working with.